A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight this Friday. This is the last session of Sports Tonight for the week, and usually on a Friday we try to step things down a little just to put you in the mood for the excitement that comes with the weekend. Tonight will not be any different. You are in for a swell time on Sports Tonight this Friday. My name is Tony Ibitoye. We have an interesting lineup of guests on the show. But let me just start by introducing to you the two gentlemen that are starting off the show with me tonight. From my immediate right, Saheed is on the show. Saheed, good to have you on Sports Tonight this Friday. You're looking like you're ready for the Friday gig.
Yeah, it's nice once again here now. Let's go with it.
All right, and of course, Tolu is also on the show. Tolu, good to have you as well on Sports Tonight this Friday.
Thank you very much, Tony. Good to be here.
Yeah, all right. Later on the show, Dumnodi Okonta will be coming in together with Dumnodi. We'll be taking a look at the Nigerian Football Federation. As you know, all attention is now on Warri Delta State, where the Nigeria Football Federation will be having the extraordinary congress tomorrow. We'll talk about it, and then of course we will do a preview of matches in the Globe Premier League as well. We will also talk about the CAF Champions League semi-final matches. First leg will be taking place this weekend. The same also will be happening in the CAF Confederation Cup. We will also spend some time to look at some big games in Europe. We have cricket for you on the program tonight, and we have tennis as well for you on the program tonight. So it's an interesting mix that we have for you on Sports Tonight this Friday. Don't forget that we will also be having bar sports. We'll also be talking chess on the program tonight. Tunde Ogunshiku is already in the house. He has plenty for us. A lot happening on the domestic scene, a lot happening on the foreign scene as well. So if you're a lover of chess, there is plenty that we have in store for you this night. But Saheed and Tolu, starting off the show with me today, we'll take a look at a whole lot of issues. We'll talk about the Super Eagles. It's 3 weeks now to the Nations Cup qualifier, Nigeria-Sudan, and that is a crucial game on the program tonight. We'll take a look at that. We'll also talk about the girls. The girls are getting ready for the African Women Championship. We'll talk about that as well on the program tonight. And hopefully, in the next couple of minutes, we should be having a very special person join us on phone. I won't let the cat out of the bag just yet. Once we have established contact with him on phone, we will let you know who will be joining us on phone on the program this night. But let's start off this way. Tell you that this show cannot be complete without you. There is absolutely nothing that we can do on this end alone. We need you to be a part of it. The reason why we are here is because you are there watching. And if you are not there to interact with us, to give us your thoughts, we will just be, blinking in the dark. So we need you to be active with us on Twitter and on Facebook. And those platforms and the mechanisms are showing on your screen already for you to be a part of what we're doing on the program tonight. We've given you an outline of what we'll be doing on the show tonight. At every point, we invite you to throw in your thoughts, throw in your comments, give us your opinion to some of these issues, and we will spend time, of course, to reflect on your thoughts and get it real time as we go along on the show this Friday. So please get busy with us and let us enjoy Sports Tonight together. All right, gentlemen, let's go on very quickly. Tolu, before we came in, we were talking about what we need to do. About this time last week, we were complaining about what we're not doing well, what we're not doing right, because we're coming out of a disappointing week for the Eagles. And very little has changed between last week and now. But we expect that a lot will be happening in terms of getting our team ready for the must-win games in October in Sudan, against Sudan.
Yeah, true. And just to start with, we also spoke about things getting ready before the first two games against Congo and South Africa. That didn't eventually happen, and it looked like all attention and focus was on the crisis going on at the NFF back then, and so we were not able to get something really good out of the whole scenario after that time. And of course, Stephen Keshi was brought in on an interim role to take care of the team, or take charge of the team rather, as they took on Congo and South Africa. It didn't really work out well because he was not sure of the future. We also saw or heard that Vincent Nyama pulled out of the squad because he had to attend to
Family
some
issues.
family issues. Let's just leave that the way it is. He had to attend to some family issues. The uncertainty in the team was just too much. The uncertainty about Nigerian football was so grievous, and we didn't even know how long or how far we would go. This time around, now everyone expects there to be an action taken already, and a week has gone by. The new FIFA ranking has come out in the space of that week. We've seen how badly things are looking.
We slipped out of the top 5.
Now, we are now 6th in Africa and 37th in the world. Not looking good at all. And Cape Verde Islands, so close, breathing down our necks on the FIFA ranking. So we've seen how far we can be, and we just need to take steps that are necessary.
All right, let's quickly go now. Now, we are told that our special guest is joining us online, so let's quickly take you to Benin in Edo State. Joining us online on Sports Tonight is Super Eagles manager. Well, can I call him Super Eagles manager? Interim manager, caretaker manager. I mean, is everything rolled together? Stephen Keshi joins us on the line from Benin on Sports Tonight. Coach Keshi, big boss, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight. Let's start with the must-win games in October. Nigerians believe we should be getting 6 points out of 6. Is that exactly what you are also thinking of? And what preparations do we have on the ground to making sure that we get a different result from what we got earlier this month?
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you for having me online. I think it's something that we have to do. It's not, we don't have any other thing than to win Sudan game in Sudan, win back here at home 5 days later. So we have to do everything that we need to do to get the 6 points if we have to go to African Cup of Nations.
What preparations are being made to making sure that we start camping early so that we can get a better result than we got against Congo and South Africa?
Well, the thing is, I discussed with my secretary, Emadi, and I put up the program for us to, continue the same program that we used to have before Cup of Nations in South Africa and World Cup. I think we stopped it, where we have the home-based players come in 2 weeks before and prepare, start building the momentum, waiting for the European guys to come in. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen because there's not enough money. We don't have money. The federation doesn't have money for us to start camping. So we have to wait until the week of the game to start camping, just like we did in Calabar before the game against Congo.
Well, Big Boss, let me ask you, what can we do, given the fact that you are not going to be having the kind of program that you want, 2 weeks to camp the home base before the foreign-based players come to camp? What can we do to make the national team more competitive, knowing that we have very little time left, and these boys will just have about 3-4 days before traveling to Sudan?
We don't even have 3-4 days, because if you talk about 3-4 days, we'll probably have 3-4 training sections, and that's it. What can we do to have this program that we used to have? It requires money. It requires putting the players in camp, and if the federation does not have what it takes to have the players in camp, then we have a problem.
So basically, it means the same thing that happened before we played Congo and South Africa is likely to play out again.
I don't know. We just have to do extra, with the players, because we're going away. So we have, once we get to Sudan, there's not much thing to do anymore. So I'm trying to see if the players that were playing on Saturday in Europe can come in on Sunday. Monday we can have 1-2 training sections. Tuesday we can have 2 training sections. And before we leave, probably on Thursday night, If it can be so, then we might have a little bit work out for ourselves.
But earlier this week, Coach Keshi, the National Sports Commission directed that the Super Eagles will henceforth be playing their home games in Abuja. I don't know, maybe you've heard about this directive, and if you've not, what's your reaction to it, that the Eagles henceforth should begin to play their home games in Abuja, at the Abuja National Stadium, no longer at the UGS Stadium?
Well, I don't have a problem where Super Eagles plays, if it's Abeokuta, if it's Maiduguri, if it's Sokoto. It doesn't bother me as long as they have a good pitch where the players can express themselves, because we don't have pitch in this country. Now that we'll be going to probably start the training before the game against Sudan, I hope we'll be training on grass, not on artificial turf. When I say this, a lot of people get mad, but that's the gospel truth, because we don't have pitch to train. We don't have, which is unfortunately that everybody is demanding so much for the players. The one who come down here, they don't have where to play, and it's so sad. So we'll see if it's going to be in Abuja, so be it. As long as the field is good, Abuja is the capital, we'll love to play.
Before I allow you to go, my final question to you on the program tonight: what is the true situation with you, Big Boss, Coach Keshi? What is the true situation? Are discussions ongoing? Who is talking to you? And where are we with discussions about a new contract for Stephen Keshi?
Well, right now, there's no discussion taking place. I was asked to come down from U.S. by the Minister of Sport and some other member of the presidency, and that, they don't want to go overboard. That is, having the contract with me, they need to have the president of the federation, raise his tax. He has to do that with me and the rest of my assistant coaches. But since we don't have president right now on board, I guess that was the delay. I don't know. But we're here. It's our fatherland. We will do what we have to do for the country. Super Eagles is a country. It's a place that I've played for 14 years, captain for 14 years, coach for so many years. Is me, but we'll see what happens. If only we can work together, and there's one thing I have believe in, that once Nigerians are together, there's no team in this world that can defeat Nigeria. But when we start going astray, we start having division in our society or our place, then that's when we fall heavily, and it's a shame. But we will do what we have to do. The players, they know that. I know that. My assistant coaches know that. And we just, hopefully, the rest of the nation will come with us.
In a minute, can you give us an assurance that the Eagles will be in Morocco 2015? Nigerians need to hear that from you. We are the defending champions. Can you assure us that we'll be back in Morocco to defend the crown we won in South Africa?
Well, you know what? I think that is something that I leave for God to do, that God will take his course. But I also want to, probably at this moment, I can say, yes, by God's grace, we will be in Morocco 2015. We have to be there. The boys are hungry. The boys want to be there. So, we just have to change our attitude towards the rest of the 4 games and just play our game.
All right, so we've been speaking to Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi. He has given us his own words, and he says we shouldn't worry. by the grace of God, the Eagles will be in Morocco 2015. Well, gentlemen, you've had Keshi very quickly. Let me get your reaction. Tulu, let me start with you.
Well, first things first, we are back to where we used to be.
No
He
discussions
has just
going on.
confirmed that there is no discussion, or there are no discussions, and it's saddening because we were hoping to hear that something is in place, but he started something that maybe the fact that there is no precedent.
There's an outgoing president, there's no incoming,
yes.
there's a lot of...
You know, there's
a
this
situation
delay
right
that
now.
you can't just avoid at the moment. But we have just about 3 weeks to the game. Something has to be done. If they're going to continue with him, I think the board will know that very well. And if there's going to be a change in presidency, I think we will also know if they want to continue with Stephen Keshi or not. But I think something has to be done as soon as possible.
Said?
Yeah, well said by Stephen Keshi there. One thing there is there's no coach going to a tournament or going to a particular match who would love to lose a particular game. So one important thing there is we need to get everything right here administratively. No matter what, the coach should only do what he knows how to do. But even if you bring Jose Mourinho down to the Super Eagles there, if you don't get things done administratively, then we cannot achieve anything. But one thing I'm certain of, I'm very sure we'll make it to Morocco. All we just need to do is no matter what, and let the players, even the players themselves, they will also want to get to Morocco. No matter what, they want to improve on their CV. So all we just need to do is no matter what is happening there, let's try to go to Sudan. At least
get the 6 points.
Just try to get the 3 points against Sudan back to back, then come back to Abuja, then also win Sudan there.
Okay, let's talk about what you have on your screen. Apart from the Super Eagles and situation around the coach, the girls are also getting ready. The senior women's national team, the Super Falcons, and today they played friendly against an academy side, Yaya Umaru Boys Academy, and they won the game by 5 goals to 1.
Great